Hello. I don't like my hair today. It's I haven't washed it in a week. Um, I just brushed it. And it's like anyway, I I had a lucid dream 3 or 4 nights ago in which um I was flying through this world and a spirit was talking in my ear. This is a common experience for me is in my lucid dreaming or um, even in my waking life, I just have like spirits that talk in my ear. It said that, well, it said, the first thing it said is that looks like you're the only one in this world. And that's true. I was the only one um, flying around this kind of lonely planet. And then they said, you should fully commit to being a kindergarten teacher. That's how you could contribute to the world. And I work as a preschool teacher. They use the word kindergarten, but I work at a preschool. And and um, they said if you want to, they, they said you should stop raising your voice at the children. They said never raise your voice at the children and act with in each circumstance with complete and utter compassion, and you will far ascend your peers. Um, and the world that I was in turned into a classroom of children, and me, and I kind of saw like different scenarios where I was short with a child or a little growly at a child. Um, and so I woke myself up out of that dream, and it was like 3 in the morning, and I'd work the next day, and I thought about it for a while, and I decided to take the advice on board. So the next day I went in, did not raise my voice, um, was like extra ooey gooey sweet to the children. Um, and it worked really well. Actually, I got really good results. It took a lot more time. It's a lot more patience. Um, but I found that it worked like really incredibly well. And just remaining super compassionate. And that means to both perpetrator and victim, as they say. So, for instance, this happened yesterday. And there's this young lad named Axel. His name's Axel. Um, and he is, I probably shouldn't say his name, right? He's he's um he's he just turned 3. He's a Scorpio. Uh, he, he's a bad boy, but he's really loving and sweet. But he climbs on stuff, and he's um always getting into things he shouldn't be getting into. He was like hurting another child or something. And so I for whatever reason I ended up having to pull him off another child. And so he's nonverbal. He doesn't really have many words, even though he's 3. He's still very babyish in his mannerisms. Every child kind of grows at a different trajectory. It's amazing the variety of just um, some children are like can write their name or write the whole alphabet and read, and some kids are just like can barely say a few words, and they're the same age. Every child grows at a different rate, and um, he doesn't have very many words. So he just started kicking me and punching me, um, and in the past, I think I would have tried to stand back, and I would have gotten like kind of slightly offended and tried to like go in with kind of a more stern approach whenever he starts like physically attacking me. But instead, what I did was I hugged him and I rubbed his back and I said, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, are you okay? Are you okay?" And I just stood kind of strong and was like holding him in a hug and rubbing his back, asking him if he's okay. And he went kind of limp, and then he started smiling and looking up at me like this, and then he gave me a hug, and then he walked away, and it was like it was amazing. Um, so I think I'm never gonna raise my voice at children ever again. Even if something's like happening across the room, you can be like, "Hey, stop it!" Instead of like doing that, even I'm gonna like walk over to, take the extra time and to walk over to the situation, um, deal with it in a really kind, soft-spoken manner, loving, caring way, and basically just never get angry at children and do as little telling off to children as possible, because I think that ends up being something that hurts people down the track. Just the amount of how much we got told off as kids for like there's kids in my school who get told off for being too exuberant, for squealing and feeling like ecstasy, like feeling joy, and then like you get like shut down, like you're making too much noise. Like um I if I had it my way, I would kind of let kids scream and express like that, a lot more tolerant of those types of modes of expression than my peers are. So in order for me not to get told off by my manager, I end up telling kids that are being too loud or too something to like tone it down. Um, but I don't really like that's not like my heart isn't in it. My heart is not in it. I would rather them get to be kids. So and experience the full scope of what they're feeling and express it in the way that they feel that they need to express it. That's how I would do things. But um and so I just was sort of relating this back to we cannot control what is and my manager. And so yesterday my manager walked up to me at the end of the day and she said, "Julia, I've noticed there's like been this shift in you in the last couple days. I've been noticing you're doing amazingly well." And I was like, "Do you want to know what the fuck it is?" I said, "Do you want to know what's happening? I had this dream where the spirit told me to like never raise my voice at children and to always remain compassionate in every single circumstance." And I took it to heart. And she was like, "You had a She told me, she's like, "Ooh, you had a visitation." People in New Zealand are a little bit more spiritually inclined, and I don't know. My life is one nonstop series of visitations. So I was like, yeah, It was a visitation, something out of the ordinary for me. Um, and yeah, she noticed it. So if people noticed it. So um, yeah. So I thought that was cool, and that was just something that I would share. And I think it's cool to remember in times like these when you can't really control what's happening in the world. You can control the people, how you treat the people around you, and it's good to actually take the time Be extra sweet and extra nice and extra kind and extra gentle and extra compassionate to even, um, you know, even to someone who's being mean to you, or even to, um, it's been one of my great lessons of over the past few years is being compassionate towards the thing that is trying to break me down. That's been one of my big awakenings, is having even compassion for the ugly, or the 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 enemy, for the enemy, or the thing that wants to hurt me or shame me or guilt me or whatever. um so yeah, just be kind to those around you, and I swear it just works. It's amazing. So just, yeah, just be kind, be sweet, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.